everybody. So what I want to do is get a little traction. I'm going to be looking at this 6x6 paper pad, deciding what I want to do. I have all of these great pieces. I have the 6x6, I have the 6x8, and I want to use these 3 pieces. Now, what I think I want to do is go ahead and take this gorgeous piece, and I'm going to cut out all of these panels that you see here on the teal paper, right? And with both the burgundy paper that you see there as well as the white paper, I'm going to go ahead and use them for matting. The white paper will be perfect to place all of those panels on top of the paper. Now, this is my grandma Fern Bill, and this was their wedding photo. Now, my grandfather married my great-grandmother before I was born, but he is technically my step-grandfather. But for all intents and purposes, he's grandpa. Now, these 2 pieces here, I'm going to end up fussy cutting this burgundy door piece. That's from the 6x8 paper pad, and it is absolutely stunning. Now, I'm also going to grab a bunch of the elements from this 6x8 piece. Not these 2 pieces. Those don't really remind me of my grandma Fern at all. So I'm going to go ahead, fussy cut those pieces. I have all kinds of the die cut pieces. I also want to look through the 6x8 paper pad to see what pieces I might want to go ahead and use to back my photo. Now, I love the add-on 6x8. It gives you all of these options that aren't in the large pieces. So I'm going to grab this stencil. It's this gorgeous design. It is just this nice repeating pattern. It's 6x8, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of ink, and in the panel pieces, I'm going to go ahead and use that design to give it a little something. It's going to almost have a bit of like a quilting effect. I did go ahead, double matte my photo, scuffed up my edges on all of these panels, and I have them placed pretty much where you found them on that when it was a full pattern paper, right? Now, this is just your basic mid-tone brown ink, and I thought I'd show you in a bit of a slowdown here that I'm placing it on each panel using just a blending brush and getting some nice little pattern and design. Now, guys, this totally isn't necessary whatsoever, but I adore the Mintay Papers stencils. I think they are gorgeous. I think that they are so incredibly useful, and the quality is nice and sturdy. Just a little bit more ink and I'll be able to show you this project. Now, spoiler alert, I will be finishing the last part of this video as kind of a share. So really quickly, I started placing all of these die cut pieces, and I cannot tell you how incredibly gorgeous they are in real life. I use the wine glasses. I've got a wedding cake going there. I've got a little bow tie, but I want to grab this Flora Book 8, and I'll talk more about that in a couple of seconds. It is so stunning. If you like your florals like I do, you've got to get this book. It is so incredibly useful. You guys, so much has happened since I came on and started this layout. So I ended up having to finish this layout off camera because my mother had some medical attention and I had to help her out for a few days. So let me show you what we did. All right, you guys know how I wanted to start fussy cutting the things. Here's that little door. It's just kind of peeking through, and it ended up being this gorgeous cluster base, right? Now, I did recreate with these teal pieces all of the panels that we saw on our pattern paper. And you saw me go ahead and use this, yikes, it's so sticky. Use the new stencil called Pattern on those panels just to give them just a little something, something. It almost looks like they're quilted. So I think that's super, super fun, right? Then I started layering up all kinds of cute die cuts and florals, but I grabbed, you know how we have the teal and the deep wine colors and, all of that? I also grabbed this Flora Book 8. And actually, there's one little piece I just saw that was from the flowers that I fussy cut. There's a whole sheet in here. Here it is, of these white florals. And the reason why I grabbed that is I wanted a little bit more lightness. My photo's black and white, not just black and cream. So I thought that would bring a little bit more of that color and quite frankly, make it just slightly more wedding-y in that way. So I grabbed that. I used my gorgeous decorative stencil. We talked about that. Oh, then I wanted to grab the Chippies because I love how you can customize them so well. So I grabbed this one here. It reads, "You will forever be my always." And I also grabbed these cute little hearts. And I just inked them in a little bit, no big deal. So I use, for the "You Will Forever Be My Always," I use this set that is called Chippies Decor Quote Set. Perfect. And for the little hearts, I just used the 3 that were right here. I used the ones that are called Spring, and they went together beautifully. I loved the way that turned out. Phew. And guys, to finish this off, all I did was grab some half pearls from my stash and sprinkled them around. But guys, look at this, how cute this one is here. The one that's the wedding ring one. I popped one right on top, like a nice little gem. And that was that, guys. This is so gorgeous, and it totally brings in the vibe of when this wedding took place. It was beautiful. And I used the die cuts, and then I fussy cut some pieces, and I love that little mix. Don't know why, just do. Feels so custom. I bent up some of my edges on my leaves to give them more of a, kind of realistic vibe. Obviously, they're not real, but it's just a little something, something. And it gives a little bit of depth and dimension. So that is what I have. Love this new collection. It is so gorgeous and nostalgic and perfection. So guys, you saw my still shots. You guys can check out all kinds of collections at mintaypapers.com. And is there anything else to tell you guys? I don't think so. So this is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back ever so soon with another video. Bye for now, friends.